Getting ready to leave the house. From Augusta to Withville was about 5 hours. Go ahead and get these gloves. Kind of a boring day. I got up and lazed around the house all morning. So now I'm just going to spend about the next 5 hours driving to Withville. And that'll be the end of my day. I guess I'm gonna go ahead and top off those air. I didn't do it the other day. They were just a little bit low. See, this one here has got 110 in it. It just needed a squirt. These tires here, they call for 120 PSI of air. Of course, you can never put 125 PSI in it with your truck. Typically about 115 is usually about all that I can ever get in it. Let's see where this one here is at. It's probably close to 100. Yep, right at 100. So it's still good. It's been sitting for probably about 3 weeks at that 100 to get down from 115 to 100. So it's got a very, very small leak. On my last video, I was talking about the rear axle here sliding. A lot of you mentioned greasing the pins and the sliders and all of that stuff. All of that stuff has been done. I've sprayed it in the past with silicone. I know the actual pin itself looks pretty rusty and nasty, but it pulls in really good. It just isn't pulling in far enough. And when I was out there trying to work on it the last time, I did climb under it. I'll climb under there again here in just a second and I'll show you what I'm talking about. There's a actuator. It looks sort of like a mini brake chamber. It looks kind of like a brake chamber, but it ain't as big. And there's a rod that comes out the end of it. It's got a threaded rod on it, just like a brake chamber would too. So what I'm going to do with that, I'm just going to disconnect it at a later date and try to adjust it so that it's, when it actuates and pulls those pins in, that it's pulling the pins in far enough. I think that's the problem, is it isn't pulling those pins in enough. So here's the little small actuator right here. When that thing does is it kicks out. So that thing will push out, and you can see it's got threads on this rod right here. I could probably disconnect it from right here and see if that doesn't kick it in far enough. But right there is going to more than likely be my problem, because this whole bar, when that thing kicks, it pushes that thing out. Now I got grass all over my back. When that rear axle is up here in the front position, it's right about here. And it's kind of borderline right there, because most of the weight is up there on the motor. That's only a 10,000 pound tractor. So most of the weight would have been on those set of two right there. But it's still even better yet having it back like that. So that's kind of the way it is. Should have checked my tractor while I had this thing out. But I believe it's pretty good. I don't ever have issues with the tractor and the air pressure. It's always with the trailer. This here is about as exciting as it's going to get for today. It's coffee time. As you can see, I'm back to my same old routine here. I'm just south of Charlotte here at the rest area. Got about 160 more miles, it says, to the customer. You notice it seems like that in trucking. It's like when you're trucking, doing what I'm doing right here, truck drivers don't like to take too much time. It just extends our day. You know, most people look forward to taking a break. How many people you know won't look forward to taking a break? Could you imagine how many cigarette breaks would be taken at an office job where people smoke and the company lets them go outside to have a smoke, and they stay out there for 10, 12 minutes to smoke a cigarette, and they do that 5, 6 times a day? Do you think they would go out there and smoke a cigarette if every time they took a break, whether it's a bathroom break? So that's the thing with office jobs and other people that have jobs. When they stop to go to the bathroom, you know, they can sneak off and go take a poop. and stay gone for 10, 15 minutes. They can take cigarette breaks. They can run down and pretend like they're getting a Coca-Cola. They can walk around the office. They get little breaks throughout the day, and it pauses their day, and they still go home at 4 o'clock. Well, if this here's a 300-mile run, it's 5 hours, but every little time I stop, for whether it's to make a cup of coffee, take a bathroom break, take a poop, just to get out and stretch your legs after 2 or 3 hours, it extends that 5 hours. So, all right, I'm gonna go do a quick walk around. Good deal, all my tires still got air. That coffee's so good in the morning. Let's see exactly where I'm going. Yep, I'm on the right hand side, so let me get rolling. I done wasted enough time. It's already 9:40 in the morning. Getting lazy in my old age. I didn't even go in the truck stop last night or this morning. Oh boy, how do you get out of this place? Flying J's, Loves, Pilots, those places I very rarely ever go to. There comes a flatbed back here doing 90 miles an hour through the parking lot. Let him get out of here. Light is yellow. I'm gonna get on through here. Ran a yellow light. It'll be all right. All right, do I gotta make a right? Okay, I think I gotta make a right-hand turn right here. Let's see, is it a big road? Or do I need to swing out? Looks like I'm gonna have to swing it out. Yeah, I'm gonna have to swing that out hard. I need to get in the other lane over there to swing that one. Because it goes back at an angle. It ain't coming straight out at a T. It goes back, and then there's a telephone pole on the side there. Oh Lord, somebody's coming up behind me and somebody's trying to get in the other lane. Let's see if the idiot behind me tries to come around. You gotta watch it when you make these kind of turns like this, because they'll try to. Alright. Whoa, we just barely did make that. Well, curbing it. Here's John Deere. So now the question is, which entrance do I go in? All right, they got the sign that says this way, I think. So I'm gonna go this way. Try to. I'm gonna hit the curb on this one. I don't like hitting the curb like that with my wheels turned all the way. Truck entrance back here. Can I swing that? And this is the thing when you go to these John Deeres, that I've been doing these for years, and it's getting worse and worse, that every time I come in here, you can't hardly maneuver around in these places. It looks like it's pretty good back here. It looked like it was going to be a tight turn, but it actually opens up. Now they got the other gate closed. Oh Lord. So it's still a tight turn when you get back here, hard spin. See if I can. I see a drive-in over here, so I'm gonna try to, I think he's getting unloaded with something. So you come in on the other side of that building, you gotta go back there in the back and try to loop around. And nice day out here. I don't have no jacket on, just a long sleeve shirt. It feels good. All right, I got the first one off. Took longer than I expected. First time I ever took that long to get one of these places off. Let's see where my next stop is at. It's over there in Paris, Kentucky. Let's see, my second one over here is going to Savannah. They ain't got no addresses on these things. Okay, that one's to Withfield. The next one over here is Paris, Kentucky. Do they got an address? Or they just got Paris, Kentucky? Yeah, there it is at the top. No, that's Delaware. What in the heck? See, that one says 180 Castleville Road. This one down here on the bottom, 758 Dunn, Georgetown Road. I think I'm just gonna leave them axles spread. I'm up here in the Northeast. The only thing about it is I hate leaving them spread. It makes it harder to take tight turns. You got to swing it that much wider. And it's horrible on that front axle. Whenever I'm taking turns and things like that, that front axle, that middle axle. Anyway, let's see which way we got to go. Stupid thing is telling me to go through the woods. No way in hell am I going through the woods. Yeah, that thing had me going all the way to Paris, Kentucky through the woods. There's no way I'm driving all of West Virginia through the back roads. I'm gonna go up through Beckley, through I guess it's Charleston, West Virginia, and then across, what is it, 64? Now I got to turn a right. Look at this. Nope, not here, the next red light. See that telephone pole right there in the corner? If you got to make a right-hand turn right there, that is impossible to make. Now look at this one. See, here's another thing. See that telephone pole right there in the corner? There is no way you're going to make that. I got to hang back here and wait. I'm hoping that's a one-way street. If it's a one-way street, it'll be easier. I'm thinking it's a one-way. Oh, come on. I need to swing it, people. Ah, crap. I didn't make it. I was not going to make that. I ain't even going to try it. This is bull crap, buddy. All right, folks. Bull crap right here now. This is what I'm talking about on the East Coast and all these little shitty towns up here. Now I got to go try to turn around and circle a block. I'm already running late. Look at that. This is bull crap, man. telling me to turn right there to get to the place. There's no way I can turn right there, I don't think. No, because that next road up there is just as tight as this one. My God. See, I'm on another curb right there. You can't turn anywhere in these cities. You can't turn. Especially with this axle spread apart like that. That's why when I drop this next tractor off, I'm gonna see if I can't close those tandems back up. And I'll show you why. This is the road that I was trying to make a right-hand turn on a minute ago. I'll show you what was about to happen. That's right here where that red light is at. So I was coming up, trying to make that turn right there, and I was turning it as wide as I could. Now, I would have made it if I would have got all the way over into that curb, but you see how big that curb is over there? There's a curb and then there's a step. I was going to catch both of them. I was going to be all the way up onto that step, and that would have popped my tire. I said, there's no way I'm going to even try to get up on that. All right, so now I got to go 2 blocks and then make a left. All right, right here where this turn is at, this red light right here, I got to make a left. So I'm going to swing this thing hard. Look at this. Watch out, folks. And look at that. As hard as I swung it, I'm still curbing it back there on the trailer. You know, there was actually another way I could have came in. I'm looking at the map here now, and I should have came in the other way. When I leave out of here, I will go the other way. Now I got this turn, and then I'm here, thank God. I'm gonna try to slide them tandems to the rear. Hopefully they slide without me having to climb under there and do what I did with the vice grips the other day. All right, so now left or right to go around the building. There's always a loading dock. I'm gonna go this way because I see all the dirt coming out to the left there, which means that most people probably, you know what? Yeah, I'm gonna try to go on around the building, circle it. I seen the dock. If I would have seen it soon enough, I could have backed up to it from the front, but it's all right. This one here is one of the more easier ones that I've done so far. Seems like every one I've gone to in the last, with my dry van and this trailer, has been sort of tight. So there's the loading dock right there in the front. So you can see I got both of them off now. I just got that third one up on the front there. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to try to slide that rear tandem back up. Okay, so when you pull that, the pin goes in, and I know it does. I'm going to set that. That's going to raise the airbag back up. See, the pin just went back in. Whether it went in far enough or not, I have no idea. All right. And look at this. That tire needs changing. I got 2 extras with me, but this thing got diagonal wearing across here in spots. That tire there is not DOT compliant any longer. Let's go up. I'm gonna have to leave that thing up. That's one of the things I don't like about this thing, is there is no stop. this thing goes up until the airbags bottom out. I'm not sure if the airbags bottom out or if it bottoms out on those shocks. So let's see if it slides. It usually slides. In the past, it's always slid easily forward. So let's see what happens today. All right, I'm just gonna leave it the way it is. The problem is the pin ain't going in far enough like it should. The pin ain't going in. I checked it on both sides, and there's 2 plates of steel that's got to go through. It's going in for the first plate, but it's not going in past that second plate. Come on, guy. So right there where that truck is at, on the other side, there's a highway up there. That's the road that I should have came in, and it's gonna be a whole lot easier getting out of here that way. Whoops, I should have put in my coordinates on my GPS before I left out of here. But oh well, I know where I'm going. I gotta go back the way I came.